Hey, I'm the Dad Panther, and welcome to another episode from the Critics Collective. Today, we're talking about Long Drive North, a survival game that wants you to embrace solitude, scavenging, and the long, quiet drive through the endless wildlife. Hit that subscribe button, like, drop a comment below, because at the end of this review, I'll tell you why I rated this, what I rated it at the end. Now, at its core, Long Drive North is about a survival, exploration, and a little bit of atmosphere. You start in a snowy, abandoned area, part forest, part wasteland, with nothing but a rusty, trusty, crusty RV and a few supplies and a loyal dog who honestly might be the best character in the game. I'm just saying. The goal is simple: drive north, keep driving north, fuel up, stock food, stay warm, and survive the storm that is slowly closing in. It has this DNA of other games that I've seen, kind of like My Summer Vacation and that one trip where we end up not going where we said, but significantly different. Personally, I'm just saying. It's more of a road trip, less the world is ending. The problem is, while the setup sounds great, the execution, not so much. Here's where this game loses its footing. The drive mechanics are clunky. Your RV handles like it's made of frozen pudding. And even when you're on flat terrain, it constantly feels like you're fighting an invisible track of black ice. And I get it, it's snow, so that should work in the mechanics, but it's not. The survival mechanics are shallow. You eat, drink, refuel, but none of that really feels meaningful. There's no tension, just routine. It's like a Tamagotchi that you decide to play. Now, pick up random supplies, but your inventory management feels a little awkward, almost like it was borrowed from a different game entirely. It doesn't invent anything new. Now, while the weather and the lighting look beautiful in the settings, it's hard to see what you're doing half of the time. When the storm hits, it's not really cinematic. You're just sitting there and realizing the UI is letting you know, like a pilot in a plane, that everything is going bad and you need to do something quick. There's a dog companion, which is charming, but again, underdeveloped. If you feed it, you occasionally pet it, it really doesn't do much. It's a great idea, but it feels unfinished. It's honestly storage at this point if you're trying to, meta the game. To be fair, this game nails one thing though: the atmosphere. If you're into chill experiences where you can just exist in a quiet, frozen world, then this game might be for you. Now, there are moments, rare, genuine moments, where the sun cuts through the clouds, the radio hums, and it almost feels peaceful. And you get why the devs went ahead and built this world for us. But those moments don't last, because you start noticing some stiff animations, some driving physics, the fact there's no NPC, there's no real threat or anything like wolves or anything. So it's not the biggest issue, but it's not enough to keep me going north. There's no story payoff. Obviously, it's a demo, but sometimes you'll get a glimpse of something just to kind of keep you hooked, to keep you playing. No sense of progression necessarily, but something to attach while you just, drive. It feels like the game started with a strong mood board and never quite made it to the what's next stage. Now, if I could give any ideas while I spent 4 hours plus in this game, I would focus a little bit on the driving physics. I mean, it's one of the main things we do with this game, and it needs to feel right. Second, I would expand the survival systems, make hunger, temperature, and rest matter, make it where there's NPCs that come out and they want to go ahead and shoot at your vehicle. And so now you got to keep going. Make it where if you are going to play multiplayer, not everyone gets a vehicle. You need to pick them up at a gas station, or you're surprised that they're still there. Are they friendly? Are they not? Notes to discover, radio chatter, landmarks are there, but it feels like there's nothing going on there. Award curiosity. The potential is there. The visuals, the atmosphere, even the concept of man, dog, and the storm could make this something special, but right now it's empty. Even looking at the players that you get a chance to use, they don't have any attributes. It'd be cool if some of them were good at driving or cooking or medical, and those would make something out of the drive that you're doing. But I'm giving this game a 2 out of 5. There's promise under the ice, but it feels more like a demo that isn't going to change much when it comes out later on in November of this year. And if you're curious if it's worth checking out, the atmosphere alone, just don't expect much beyond that. I'll revisit maybe if to see if it's improved or changed anything differently. But like I said, spending 4 hours, I did longer than 6 days, over 15 miles. I even had some playing sessions where I lasted 15 and 22 days. I won't explain how that happened. I've been in the storm intentionally in a building, in a vehicle, and on foot, and there was nothing impactful about being in the storm, unfortunately. I didn't run into any elements that made me think anything different. Honestly, to be honest, my overthinking, it's a gift and a curse. I had stocked enough supplies that I only had to stop when I needed to. And I had it on a routine. I would stop in the morning as if I was having a cup of coffee with my pet and just, hey, let's go keep driving. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the review, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and tell me what's the most relaxing and frustrating road trip you've ever been on, even if it was a game. And as always, be good, be safe. I'll catch you on the next one.